Starting the year of 2016, I started to really change my thinking, and I started to kind of expand my thinking and my mindset. I started learning about laws of attraction, and I started learning about just different ways to change my own belief system. And I did not know how far that would take me. I did not know that it would just completely change my entire life, but it has. So in the summer of 2017, which was actually a full year later from when I first started to learn and get into this whole awakening process, I started to build up stamina. And I was just like, you know what, there's things I want to do in my life, and I think for the first time I'm actually going to stick to them. I was worried because I did not believe myself, but what I did was that I wrote down everything I wanted to do. And there were certain things I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know how to do them. So I did not worry about it. I said, you know what, I'm just going to write what I want to do, and I'll figure it out along the way. So along the way, I did begin to figure out how to get to the goals. And I started listening to a bunch of motivational videos, reading books, and just speaking to other women who were in my shoes, women who I felt would inspire me. I started to really change the way I thought, and then I was just like, oh crap, like I can actually do something different with my life other than being negative and being a Debbie Downer and feeling like nothing's ever gonna go my way. I can actually change my own reality and change the way I think. So after I finally started to do that, I spent all of 2017 a totally different, renewed person. I became super positive. I was always doing affirmations, meditating. I started really working out and feeling good about myself, not just physically, but emotionally. I did go through a lot, so don't get me wrong. I started to notice that certain things in my life were just kind of going wrong, and it kind of took me down a little bit of a dark path. So I really had to find my way. I had to find my balance and my own path. I had to risk friendships along the way as well. After you kind of become enlightened and you start to learn how to think for yourself and you learn how to go after the things you want, you are gonna end up risking the people in your lives, because there are gonna be people who are not gonna want to see you go your own way. They're not gonna be used to this new person you've become. They want you to go in their direction, and if you don't agree to it, then they may feel like they need to make a decision on whether or not you're even worth hanging around anymore. In my case, this did happen, and I did not want it to happen. However, I also knew I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice between sticking with the same friends who wanted me to just follow their lead, or sticking with my own path and deciding that if you want to join me on the journey, then you're more than welcome. And if you can't handle it, then there goes the door. I want to really focus on sticking to what you commit to, regardless of who's there to support you and who is not. So throughout all of 2017, I was reading books, listening to motivational videos, speaking and networking with women online who are similar, who think similarly, and joining Facebook groups. It really did help me, and to this day, it still is very helpful. And I love it. My life is not perfect at all, but one thing that I definitely learned during my journey of becoming renewed and enlightened is that you can control, to some extent, what happens in your life. You can't control everything, and that's okay, and you need to be okay with that. However, one thing you can always have full control over is how you respond to certain situations in your life, and how you react to what happens in your life and to the people in your life. And then from there, I started to really see what my own purpose in life was, and that is to help other people. For me, helping people and inspiring others is something I've always loved. It's not something I just woke up one morning and said, oh, I love to help people. I've always loved to write, and I love making videos because I just love to talk a lot. I did commit to my YouTube channel, and I committed to being a person who is going to wake up every morning with the fullest intention, and most of all, most importantly of all, gratitude. Every day I see more and more changes. It's very challenging. I've gone through good, I've gone through bad, I've had positive experiences along with some negative experiences, but everything I've gone through has taught me something. Anyone in my life who has exited has taught me something. If you're new on your journey of becoming enlightened and just discovering or trying to find your purpose, just understand that you are going to have good and bad days. You're not going to feel positive all the time. You're not going to have positive thoughts all the time. You're going to have your days, and that's okay. But the important thing is that you use those days as a way to help you grow, and a way to learn on how to respond to situations and people in your life, rather than how you were before, when you would probably respond all pissed off, or you would have a bad day for the entire day. After one thing went wrong, all of a sudden everything too goes wrong. You responded very differently then. Now, as someone who is more enlightened and more aware of their surroundings and of what they can create in their life, you're going to learn how to respond in such a positive way that it's going to help you and the people around you. You just never know who you can help when people can see the type of energy you carry. The energy you have feeds off on other people, and other people will see that light around you, and they're going to want to be around you, and they're going to want to know, how is it that you can have such positivity? How can you have such a positive light? So make sure that you allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to learn, don't be hard on yourself, don't give up, and stay committed. Stay committed to the goals. Stay committed to whatever resolutions you've made. Stay committed to all the things that you want, because later on you'll see what comes of it. Rome was not built in a day, and plants and flowers do not grow overnight. So allow yourself to grow and just be a little bit patient with yourself. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know, where are you right now in your life? Have you reached an area where you feel enlightened? Do you feel like you're looking for your purpose? Do you feel like you're a different person now? How is that affecting your relationships? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you later.